Hi everyone, and welcome to an instructional video from Half Century Concealment.
Waiting for the afterglow, the railroad show. How did it come to this?
Today I'm going to show you how we replaced the slide lock lever and the slide stop on the Glock 17 Gen 5. Now, replacing these parts is going to be fairly similar on most Glocks. Just keep in mind that the Gen 5 is ambidextrous, so the slide stop is a piece that goes to both sides of the firearm instead of just one side of the firearm, or this side of the firearm, as in the Gen 4 and below. If you like our content, please subscribe and like, hit the little notification bell, be a part of our community so that you can find out as soon as we put out a new video. Let's get to it.
These are the tools that we are going to be using in this video. There will be links below and on our website where you'll be able to find these tools if you wish to do these upgrades yourself. I reverted my Gen 5 Glock 17 back to stock to show you how we're going to replace the slide stop and the slide lock with extended versions of each. Now, this is the slide stop that we're going to install. As you notice, it has these little bumps on the sides that extend out further than the stock. And actually, the stock one doesn't have any bumps at all. Now, the slide lock is this little bar here that we're going to replace. And as you notice, it's angled on the sides, on both sides, versus the stock one, which is flat on both sides. Once again, for better functionality. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is the Glock 17 Gen 5 has 2 pins. Gen 3, Gen 4 Glocks have 3 pins. But we are going to take a 1/8 inch punch and remove the center pin. And we're going to be removing the pin from left to right. And the pin's going to come out rather gently. And then just put that off to the side. Make sure you keep organized with the parts that you take off so you can reassemble them back in that order. Then we're going to take a 3/32 punch and remove the pin in the back. Line that up carefully to make sure that we don't scratch up the firearm. And then just gently tap it out. Lay that next to the previous one. Next, we're going to remove the locking block. Just move it up slightly with a screwdriver and it just comes right out. The slide stop is going to come right out. There's nothing holding it in place. It just fits in a specific spot. And I am also going to take out the trigger assembly. Just place it all right there. And as you notice, I put everything in the order in which it was removed. That's the order it's going to be going back in. Now, if you notice, the slide lock has a little spring underneath. We need to push that spring down. Now, you have a couple of choices. You can either grab a screwdriver, push it in, and then push the slide lock through. Or what I prefer to do, which is just to push down the slide lock lever with my finger, and with a very small screwdriver, just push it through the side. If you notice, it's coming out the right side of the firearm. Now remember, there is a spring underneath there, so keep your finger on top to make certain that that spring does not fly away on you. You do not want to go having to chase down a spring somewhere all over your floor. Now, as we removed from left to right, we're going to install from right to left. So just gently present the new slide lock in place. Push down on the spring, slide the slide lock over the spring, and then once it's over the spring, you can basically just push it right through with your hand. And there it is, a fully functioning, replaced, extended slide lock lever on your Gen 5 Glock 17. Now we are going to reinstall our trigger kit. And by the way, this Arsenal Democracy trigger kit we are going to discuss in full detail in our part 2 video. But we're just basically going to slide it right back into where it belongs. Next, we're going to take the extended slide stop, and not the old stock slide stop, the extended slide stop. You don't want to reinstall the stock part because then you'll have to redo it all again and you won't be a happy camper. And no, not that I've ever done this and noticed it after I was done with everything. You're going to reinstall the locking block, and as you notice, the slide stop just fit right in to its spot. Now remember, we removed pins from left to right. Just as the slide lock lever, we're going to install pins from right to left. Install the back pin, take a 3/32" punch. And by the way, I just present both pins in with my hand. Tap in the back pin first and then the 3/32" punch to make certain that it's in place and even on both sides. Next, take the 1/8" punch. Now, if this pin does not slide in smoothly by just pressing with your fingers, that means that everything inside is not aligned properly. So make certain that everything is aligned properly. You don't want to go tapping this in and damaging the internals of your firearm. Once it's most of the way in, then you can just finish tapping it in with your 1/8" punch. Once again, making certain that it's even on both sides. Just give it one more little tap. And that's it. We have gone ahead and replaced the extended slide stop and the extended slide lock lever on our Glock 17 Gen 5. Let's reassemble the firearm and show you what it all looks like put together. We'll put the slide back on. Insert the empty mag, put the light back on it. And there we go. Fully assembled, only a few minutes to replace these parts.
That is how I replaced the slide lock and the slide stop on the Glock 17 Gen 5 to extended versions. By the way, the slide stop I purchased at Lone Wolf Distributors for $17. The slide lock is made by Deltac and I purchased that on eBay for $15. We have no affiliation with either one of these two. We just simply think they're upgrades that make the Glock firearm better. And these upgrades are pretty comparable on most Glock pistols. Like I've said at the beginning of the video, the Gen 5 is ambidextrous, so the slide stop goes on both sides. It's one piece that covers both sides of the firearm versus on the Gen 4 and below where it's a bar that is only on one side. But the installation is fairly similar for both of these pieces across the Glock platforms and across the different generations of Glock. If you like our content, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. Once again, if this video doesn't stay on this platform for whatever reason, it'll be available on our website. There'll be links below to all of our videos. Be safe. If you have the opportunity to, adopt a pet. Have a great day.